Okay, so this is a bonus episode. I wanted to make up for the delay for last week because, child, it was just a lot going on. If y'all want to help me out, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Amazon wishlist, all in the bio. Okay, excuse me, all in the episode description. It's been a lot. Your girl had to fuck around and get a job. And y'all know how T feel about working for the man. Okay. I do not have a dream job. I do not dream of labor. Okay. I would love to make money in my sleep. I just have an entrepreneurial spirit. I'm meant to be my own boss. It's not just a trend. I feel it in my bones. All right. But you got to do what you got to do to make ends meet and to help support that dream and that vision. I get it. So I just want to give y'all a quick update, little mental health check in, life update. I've been getting better at balancing my life and now work because I'm newly employed. Okay, I'm balancing all of that out. Shout out to my therapist for giving me pointers on how to, shift my mindset and my perspective and change the narrative when it comes to certain things. I'm continuously growing through this adulting shit. This shit is, just to talk about adulting and shit like that. I grew up really fast and I had to have a mature mindset from a very early age. So, as a kid, I'm like, I'm already feeling grown, but even young, I'm like, I can't wait to get older so nobody could tell me what to do and I have control over my life and blah, blah, blah. You look up to adults like, oh, they can do whatever they want and no one can tell them shit. Now I'm an adult and I'm like, damn, nobody prepared me for none of this. Nobody prepared me for any of this shit. And y'all don't even know what y'all doing still. And now I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. Y'all set us up for failure. This was a trick. It was all smoke and mirrors. I'm over here like, what do I do now? I don't know what the fuck is going on with my life. God, please give me a sign. I need some guidance. Am I not supposed to know? Is this just a guessing game? Like, I want to know how my story ends. Okay, I need to know what my path to success is. I am tired of figuring it out. Give me some stability. Goodness gracious. God damn. But that's what I've been doing. Ciao. And what I can appreciate about this time around of returning to work is that I have a new perspective. I am looking at things from a new mindset and from a place of growth. And I think that's the beautiful thing about growing up and going through life-changing experiences because a lot has happened since March, April of 2020. Like a lot has happened. And I'm just very grateful and appreciative of everything that has happened, of everything that is going to happen, all of the blessings and just great experiences that I know is coming for me and is going to come to me. And I am not in a mindset where it's like I dread coming to work or I hate it because that's not going to help my experience. There are people who are literally dying to have income, who are starving, who are struggling, don't know where their next meal is coming from. And I've been there. And it's not a nice place. You're sacrificing whether or not you got to get this or if that you got to eat or if this bill gets paid. And being in these predicaments, not having enough support system, having enough support or someone that can help you will definitely put you in a desperate situation. You feel desperate, you start to feel hopeless, and it gets exhausting because now you have to work even harder because you're in panic mode, you're in survival mode now. And I don't strive to live that way. Yes, I don't have a dream job. I do not feel like it is fair for us to use our labor to have, you know, financial security, have income to live. And we did not have no choice but to be here. We did not choose to be born. It's not fair, and it's not fair to live in a capitalist society. I don't think capitalism should be a thing. And that is the major theme worldwide. And it's a whole different energy of capitalism in America. Although I don't strive to climb the corporate ladder, I don't agree with, I feel like I wasted, excuse me, I feel like I used a lot of my early 20s where I was the most optimistic and had the most energy and drive and passion. Um, I felt like I used a lot of that and dedicated that to these jobs that were dead end, these opportunities that were just not really going to get me to where I needed to be. Use my, youth and me being naive to their advantage. And it's taken me now at 26, even though sometimes it takes people longer, and it is what it is. You live and you learn. It took me now to realize, like, there's no reward in burnout. Like, I was working myself to the bone at a lot of these jobs and these different gigs and opportunities, thinking like, hey, I'm gonna build wealth this way, I'm gonna be financially stable this way. And no, if I knew what I knew now and I had my head on straight, I would have continued to stay in college. I wouldn't have withdrew. And though I left under medical reasons, I would have returned back to school quicker. I wish that would have been ingrained in me of how important an education and the requirements of it, and just the quality of life that you can get when you dedicate yourself to your degrees and you do what you have to do. I wish that was something that I saw with more people in my surroundings. And the only person I really knew and saw was my grandmother, God rest her soul. I am not about to cry right now. We are not doing that. And this was one of the things that I really looked up to her about. And she's still my biggest inspiration because that woman has sickle cell. Sickle cell is something you're born with. She was born during a time where, there wasn't as many advanced treatments for sickle cell as there is now. She went through a lot of pain with her sickle cell crisis. She went through a lot of being in and out of the hospital, in and out of the doctor's office, just trying to stay on top of her sickle cell anemia. And despite all of that, she got all her master's degrees, and she had 4 kids, and she lived a pretty long life despite having sickle cell, because they don't you're not supposed to technically make it past a certain age when you have sickle cell, and it's not encouraged to have children. And she had 4, and she still persevered, and she still went to college. She retired, then went back to work. She was one of those, I'm not making no excuses, I'm gonna do what I have to do. She was a very accomplished woman. She was very headstrong. She was very determined no matter what her situation was. She could have she could have easily chose a easier life for herself to accommodate her illness, but she still chose to fight through and push through. And that was something I will always admire her for and always look up to her about. And I do feel like a lot of things were put on hold because my family and I were really preparing for and for her to transition at some point. I know she wouldn't want any of us to put our lives on hold for her, and she would want for me, and she sees what's going on with me and my situation, and I know she's rooting for me and wants me to push myself, and that's how I will honor myself and honor her. I say all of that to say this. It's definitely making me look at things differently when it comes to people who just decide, hey, I'm going to work this 9 to 5. I'm going to work this corporate job or whatever type of employment. And it's unfortunate a lot of businesses exploit their workers, especially the lower paying ones, the ones who are not salary. You look at all these, most of retail, most of fast food and hospitality, it's filled with the high school and the college students, the really young people who don't have much skills to put on their resume. So they hire anybody who has the time and the energy and the availability. And sometimes you get the shitty end of the stick. But what I will say is it's understandable because it's going it's going to be more opportunities for corporate America than someone just doing it on their own. They are not going to give out all of these business loans, business owner loans to everybody. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. And the 9 to 5 people is what keeps the entrepreneurs going. You can't have one without the other. Imagine everybody having their own business. Who is going to be paying for everyone's services? Where's the money coming from? Where is the money going? There has to be people who work for people and companies and corporations. And then there's the people who are doing it on their own. And I think people need to be more transparent about, hey, I took out some loans. Hey, I borrowed some money from someone. Someone lended me money. I have a trust fund. I had an inheritance. Or, yes, I worked jobs to help support my dream and my vision. Y'all got people thinking, hey, you could just quit your job. You can do it even if you don't know what you're going to do. There's a way. No, as much as I am for blind optimism at times and banking on luck, because sometimes a lot of the times that shit works for me, but I would never want to put myself in a situation where my stability is not, well, it's an unstable situation, and then I'm asked out. I don't want to do that to myself. But I do support of your labor opening opportunities for you to do bigger and better and live a happier, fulfilling, a more happier and fulfilling life and lifestyle. As much as I don't look forward to taking college courses and doing algebra, calculus, and completing homework that I don't care about, where I'm mentally zoning out, I need I want you to I want some degrees to qualify for the higher paying jobs because I deserve nice things. I deserve nice things. I deserve a soft life, a black girl in luxury. I deserve everything. And if there's a way for me to get more, I will do more. And I will not exhaust myself in the process, but I will go out there and get it. Manifesting works, but manifesting works faster when you do the work after you go out there and get what you prayed for. Yes, we manifest for things to attract to us, eat with ease, but we also put ourselves in the positions for them to get for it to attract to us. Okay, we have to put ourselves in the positions for the opportunities to happen. There are plenty of doors with opportunities, but you got to get to the door. Guide yourself to the door. But real quick, can we just talk about how the essential workers was vexed about unemployment? Child, they were so angry. From the grocery store clerks to the doctors, the healthcare workers. Why was y'all so motherfucking mad? Was the attitude essential too? Why was that shit necessary? Baby, we gotta go to the grocery store the same way you do. It's the same way you don't want to be here. I don't want to be here either, waiting in line after somebody, not knowing what the fuck is in the air right now. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all was, them essential workers was something else. They were mad about that unemployment too. They like, listen, they was like, oh, I clock in for my money. I clock in for my bread. I work hard for my bread. You are slaving away. You are dying inside. Baby, you a victim. Baby, you a victim. Like, y'all not proud of that shit. Y'all just trying to make yourselves feel better because y'all got an opportunity to look down on somebody because y'all really hate y'all situation. Y'all are angry as fuck. Y'all working them triple shifts and still struggling while we getting our reparations for now. Okay? And we all knew that shit wasn't gonna last forever. However, in that moment, for those who earned their unemployment like I did, I got let go of because of the pandemic, and it was other shit going on at that time. I'm like, yeah, I deserve this for all my pain and suffering. Okay? Them essential workers was doing too much. I remember I went to a little backyard party. Do not ask me why I went to a backyard party in the summer of 2020. Okay? I was in the cut away from the people, and tables was spread apart 6 feet. It was the most weird thing. I'm like, why is this a boshment and it's space between us? Like, what is going on? But yeah, everybody was stush. Nobody wanted to dance on no one. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do this ever again. But I went there with an old home girl, and she was an essential worker. She was turning up, and the DJ was like, shout out if you got bread, da da da. You don't need that unemployment shit. Shout out to the essential workers that's working for their bread. Make some noise. Put your hands up if you an essential worker. You don't need that unemployment shit. You getting it out on your own. So people who deserved unemployment not getting it out on their own. We had to call the unemployment place. We had to apply and go on there every week to recertify and file a claim. Baby, they not gonna call us and certify us themselves. They don't really want to give us this shit. They just waiting for us to let them know that we got it. We qualify for it. So please, let's not do that. And honestly, that unemployment was the most bread a lot of people had ever seen in their life. And shout out to the people that was stacking up and saving up and was able to stack up and save up. Non-taxable bread, per. But yeah, fuck all of the essential workers that had something to say. All right, them doctors ain't want to be doctors no more when that pandemic hit. All the med school student loans, all them years of med school, and you just like, yeah, fuck all of this. In all honesty, the reality of the situation is we all out here doing something strange for a piece of change, okay? You know how many people fucking hate their job, hate their bosses, just hate everything? Like, we're all just forced out here to survive and be a part of this rat race. Some of us look at things from a different perspective. I know I pray, I meditate, I say my affirmations before work because, child, I'm not going into work with the bullshit. Whatever happens there happens while I'm there, but we going to start off my morning, my day, my shift right, okay? Because honestly, when you do that off the wake up, that's what sets the tone. And I'm really learning the magic behind that and experiencing that and seeing that for myself. And I really hope people learn and adjust to that as well. But what I will say is, I don't blame people for doing whatever it is that they have to do to put food on the table for themselves or their families. We all like, oh, you did this, you did that, you scammed, you sold this, and you did that. And it's like, okay, but why did they feel like that was the only thing they could do in that moment? Why did these opportunities come about? Because it was, some people have limited resources, some people have limited mindsets. And that is a disadvantage. I am not in any way making excuses for people. I am just stating the possible reasons about why people do what they got to do to make sure that they have some type of money in their pocket, because like they said, money don't buy happiness, but it can provide you the opportunities and the stability which will make you happy. But shout out to everybody that's hustling. Even if you nickeling and diming, swiping some cards, shout out to the sex workers. All right, some of listen, like I said before, some of y'all mothers were sex workers. There are men that are sex workers. All right. Some of these dudes are sex workers and don't even consider themselves sex workers. You out here having sex with multiple women to make sure you got a roof over your head so you can stay warm in the winter, being all nice and shit during tax season. Baby, you a sex worker. Maybe I'm giving y'all niggas a little bit too much credit. I don't know, but jobless. On this section of Selecta songs, I've been feeling a song called Twin Flame. It's by Tiana and Anderson Pack or Pac. I'm not sure how you pronounce the last name, but the song is just, honestly, it's black excellence to me, because the beat is like electronic pop, but then the voice of Anderson, his singing voice is so soulful. Like it is immaculate, like the electronic pop soul fusion. Like literally, I love being black, because literally anything we do turns to gold, to diamonds. Like we are really alchemists out here, and it's just so much magic. Like it's just so much magic and alchemy when it comes to like the art and music. Like this song really embodies that. So shout out to Kate Renata and Anderson Pack. And the next song is Golasa. I believe that's how you say it. And it's by the artist Oxlade. I don't know how to pronounce Oxlade, but someone please give me the correct pronunciation. I tried looking for it and I couldn't find the proper way to say it. I'm sorry for butchering anybody's name or song. The song is Kulosa. It's gained a lot of traction from social media, of course. And it's just a nice Afrobeat song. And I could tell niggas be going up in the club when this come on. So this is definitely one of these songs I could get jiggy with. So yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, long story short, I don't dream of labor. I still do dream about the Department of Labor, because baby, that unemployment was hitting. But altogether, I just want to say this, like being anti-capitalism but being forced to participate in it does not make us a hypocrite, because that's literally what makes this world go around. Now, I do wish health and prosperity on those. If you are struggling financially or just struggling in any kind of way, I do wish peace and prosperity upon you if you deserve it. Okay, because some of y'all probably going through your Saturn return. I believe it's still Saturn retrograde. I don't know. I don't know. Some of y'all experiencing y'all rightful karma. Okay. So I'm going to say, for those that deserve it, I am wishing peace and prosperity onto you. However, I do feel like I need to share this message. I feel like someone, I don't know who may need to hear this, but there are opportunities out there. If you are lacking the resources to help you look for a job, even if it's any type of job and you don't care what kind of job it is, Workforce One, try to find out where your nearest or local Workforce One location is. They will help you find employment. They will help you with building your resume. They will help you with like interviewing skills, give you grants so that you can go to certain courses and training programs for free so that you can be qualified for certain higher paying jobs. Check out the Department of Labor website. They have all type of tools and resources for you. Um, of course, most people know about the civil services exams for like the government and city jobs. Those are going to be the most stable options. If you qualify, of course, definitely look into that. It's so many things. A lot of people don't know these things because of, it's just, oh, just apply, apply, apply. There's places that will help you apply. It is. Definitely, I want everyone to figure this out and get the level of success that is comfortable for them. I feel like everyone deserves that if they do what's necessary in order to get there, however that may look for them on their own personal journey. So, people who are struggling, whether or know someone that's struggling, there's food pantries, soup kitchens, things like that. Ain't no shame in applying for SNAP, aka food stamps. You gotta eat. You gotta eat to live, and you gotta live to eat. So it's just, and you deserve healthy foods to nourish your body. Okay. We deserve these things. I honestly feel like food should just be free for everybody. Housing should be free because we deserve food and shelter. Like that is a basic need. But yes, that's all for now. I appreciate y'all. I will talk to y'all soon.